a WoW killer type beat. And it was a buggy, empty mess. But this is not only The Matrix Online. Maybe you heard of this.
70 years ago, heroes first appeared in Paragon City.
City of Heroes! The point I'm making, folks, I could go on. I actually have about 6 more trailers here, but I think we get the idea. The point of this I'm making, every single MMO that has called itself a WoW killer in any way has been a flop. Overhyped flop. Every single one has failed. WoW launched in 2004 and has a ton of players and a ton of money. So they have a ton of developers working round the clock every year to add new content. It has 20 years of content. So whenever you launch a new MMO, it always feels so empty. It always feels like it doesn't have enough because you have your scrappy team trying to build this gigantic world. MMOs are huge and you don't have enough. And so, okay, let's get to number 4. We're in our top 4 here. Number 4 on the most overhyped game of all time, Star Wars Battlefront. It's a perfect number 4. So we'll put Star Wars Battlefront number 4. Let's watch the Star Wars Battlefront. This game, I can't think of one game where the graphics have been this good and the game this disappointing. And it's beautiful. And it's clearly made by Star Wars fans. And it has so much detail. And everyone's so excited, like, oh my God, it's gonna be a true return to form, the game I love. But of course, EA finds a way. Not just bad games, but like overhyped. It's funny, it's like the perfect storm is a publisher with a huge marketing budget and a mediocre to bad game. Number three. Anyway, this is my number 1, but it's number 3 on my list. Okay? This is Fable 1, and this game is still great. Fable is a good game. That is why, when I tell you that it's one of the most overhyped games of all time, if you're not a boomer, you probably don't even remember. You have to believe me. But this game came out in 2004. This is before Twitch. This is before a lot of ways you can find out the truth about games. This is early days of games media. We still had magazines, for Christ's sake, and you could pay off those magazines to say anything. You could lie to them. And Peter Molyneux, who was the game director of Fable, promised the fucking world. But this person said it. It's frustrating because it was a fun game in spite of Peter Molyneux promising and lying about it so hard. It would be less disappointing a game if it was outright said to be linear as fuck and the morality system was largely meaningless. Okay, let's get to number 2.
This is much better than Cabana.
But Life Online is a dicey proposition.
This game is actually good. Okay. I'm seeing a lot of revisionist history from the Zoomers who all played this collectively on your mom's iPad. Okay? Any game you play while drinking from a sippy cup on your mom's iPad is not good. This game is not good. And it certainly is not